We are standing on the absolute edge of a franchise-altering precipice in Philadelphia right now. The offseason is supposed to be quiet, but let me tell you, the noise coming out of the NovaCare complex is deafening. Today, we are dissecting a volatile mix of guaranteed returns and potential cataclysmic departures that could redefine this offense forever. We have confirmation on a critical $10 million asset locking in, but that stability is being threatened by a brewing storm involving one of the biggest superstars in the league. The trade rumors are heating up, and the front office is playing a dangerous game of poker. Buckle up, because the landscape of our team is shifting as we speak.
Let's get straight to the business at hand, because the first domino has officially fallen, and it is a massive positive for the Philadelphia Eagles. According to multiple sources close to the situation and indicators coming directly from the front office, there is now a near certainty regarding the return of a key offensive weapon, a player valued at approximately $10 million per year. The indications are strong, they are consistent, and they point to one thing: this player is not going anywhere. We are talking about a pivotal piece of Nick Sirianni's arsenal returning to the fold without a shadow of a doubt for the upcoming season. This isn't just a rumor. This is based on hard evidence regarding contract structures and team planning that views this $10 million asset as non-negotiable for the offense's success. Now, let me switch gears and tell you why this matters. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot build a championship contender if you are constantly bleeding talent at the skill positions. When you look at what Nick Sirianni is trying to do, when you look at the complexity of this scheme, retaining a player of this caliber at a $10 million price point is what we call a steal in the modern NFL economy. Do you understand the inflation in this league? Do you see what other teams are paying for mediocrity? To have strong indications that this weapon is locked and loaded for next season is a testament to the stability that Howie Roseman is trying to preach. It sends a message to the locker room. It sends a message to Jalen Hurts that his tools are staying in the shed. You do not let guys like this walk out the door if you are serious about hoisting the Lombardi Trophy again. Think about the chemistry. Think about the timing. You don't just replace $10 million worth of production overnight. This return stabilizes the depth chart. It allows the coaching staff to sleep a little easier at night knowing that they don't have to scramble in the draft to fill a massive void. It allows the play calling to remain aggressive. This is about continuity. In a league that is defined by turnover, in a league where the acronym stands for not for long, keeping a core offensive piece at this value is a masterstroke. It is the foundation upon which you build the rest of the offseason. However, do not get too comfortable. Do not think for 1 second that this solves everything. While we celebrate this return, while we celebrate this $10 million commitment to stability, we have to look at the reality of the situation. A team is not just one player. A team is an ecosystem. And while this news is fantastic, while it brings a level of certainty to the offense, it is completely meaningless if the other pillars of this franchise start to crumble. You can keep this weapon, you can pay him his $10 million, but if the superstar next to him is looking for the exit sign, then what have you really accomplished? We are talking about a fragile balance here. This return is the calm before the storm. It is the one piece of solid ground in an earthquake of rumors. Because right now, as we celebrate this retention, there is a shadow looming over the NovaCare complex that is far bigger, far more expensive, and far more dangerous. The question isn't just about who is staying, it is about who might be forcing their way out. And that brings us to a situation that is rapidly spiraling out of control.
Listen, the rumors in Philadelphia are moving faster than the plays on the field. If you want to stay ahead of the curve and get these exclusive insights before anyone else, hit that subscribe button right now. Do not miss a single beat of this offseason drama. If the first story was about stability, this next story is about absolute chaos. We are tracking a developing situation that has the potential to rip the heart out of the Philadelphia Eagles offense. Deshaun Brown is not going away. In fact, it is intensifying. Deshaun Brown's future is approaching a critical juncture. This is no longer just idle speculation. We are hearing that the New England Patriots, yes, the team that is absolutely desperate for a playmaker, are monitoring this situation with extreme closeness. They are watching every move, listening to every whisper, and waiting for the slightest crack in the relationship between Brown and the Eagles. Let me be very clear about what is happening here. The New England Patriots are circling like sharks in the water. They see a superstar wide receiver, a guy who changes the geometry of the field, and they smell blood. And why wouldn't they? Deshaun Brown has been the center of attention, and not always for the right reasons. The body language, the social media cleansing, the cryptic messages, it all adds up to a narrative of discontent.
And when you have a player of this magnitude, a legitimate alpha dog, potentially unhappy, every team with cap space and a need at wide receiver is going to pick up the phone. The Patriots have money to burn, and they need a face for their franchise. Deshaun Brown as their savior. But let me tell you why this is a disaster for Philadelphia. Deshaun Brown, I don't care what the Patriots offer. I don't care if they offer you the state of Massachusetts. You do not trade a guy who can take a 5-yard slant and turn it into a 70-yard touchdown. This is Jalen Hurts' best friend on the field. This is the guy who makes the coverage roll. Deshaun Brown, you are not just losing a player. You are losing the identity of your offense. The audacity of the Patriots to think they can just swoop in and take him is insulting. But the fact that the rumors persist tells me that there is smoke here. Where there is smoke, there is usually a raging inferno. We are looking at a potential standoff. On one side, you have the Eagles, who want to keep their superstar tandem together. On the other side, you have the Patriots and potentially Brown's own camp, looking for a change of scenery or a new deal. This is the business of football at its ugliest. It is a distraction. It is a headache. And it is happening right now, while the team should be focused on getting better. The Patriots are not just monitoring for fun. They are preparing a dossier. They are running the numbers. They are getting ready to make a move if Howie Roseman blinks. And that is the terrifying part. Because if the Eagles decide to entertain this, if they even pick up the phone, it changes everything. But wait, it gets worse. Because apparently, the Eagles have already set a price. And the reaction from around the league is not what you would expect. It is not respect, it is mockery. And that leads us directly into the most disrespectful report I have heard all week.
You want to talk about disrespect? You want to talk about a slap in the face? Listen to this. As the trade rumors swirl and the tension mounts, we have received a report from the scouting combine that is absolutely infuriating. Jay Brown, let me repeat that word for you. Unserious. They are calling Howie Roseman's price tag a joke. They are suggesting that the Eagles are delusional in what they are asking for in return for one of the best receivers in the National Football League. Are you kidding me? Unserious? Let me tell you what is unserious. Jay Brown for anything less than a king's ransom. Who do these people think they are dealing with? This is the Philadelphia Eagles. We are not a charity. We are not a farm system for the AFC East. Jay Brown, you better be ready to mortgage your future. You better be ready to give up multiple first-round picks. To call the asking price unserious is a negotiation tactic designed to lower the value, but it is also a massive insult to the player himself. Jay Brown isn't worth the moon and the stars. It implies that the Eagles should be grateful for whatever scraps are thrown their way. This is the psychological warfare of the NFL Combine. Executives get together in Indianapolis, they drink their cocktails, and they try to sabotage each other's leverage. But this comment, this specific label of unserious, suggests that the trade talks have actually happened. It suggests that numbers were exchanged. It means Howie Roseman put a price on the table, and the other side laughed. That is alarming. It means the gap between what the Eagles want and what the league is willing to pay is a canyon. And when you have that kind of gap, deals don't get done and players get frustrated. Jay Brown hears that teams want him, but the Eagles are holding him hostage with an unserious price. That creates friction. That creates a divide between the player and the front office. This is a high-stakes game of chicken. The AFC East rival is trying to publicize this to pressure the Eagles to lower their demands. They are trying to paint Howie Roseman as unreasonable. But here is the reality. You don't put a clearance sticker on a Ferrari. You don't sell a diamond for the price of cubic zirconia. The Eagles are right to ask for the world, but the fact that rivals are mocking them creates a toxic environment. It turns the situation volatile. It turns a business negotiation into a personal feud. And now, we are left wondering, is the price actually too high? Or is the rest of the league just trying to rob us blind? The answer to that question will determine the fate of this franchise for the next 5 years. We are walking a tightrope, and the wind is blowing hard.
So there you have it. We secure a $10 million pillar of the offense only to face the potential loss of our biggest star, all while rival executives laugh in our faces about the trade value. This is a decisive moment for the Philadelphia Eagles. Is Howie Roseman a genius for holding the line, or is he playing with fire that could burn this team to the ground? I want to hear from you. Are the Eagles unserious, or is the rest of the league just cheap? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We are in this together, Eagles Nation. Stay tuned because this story is far from over.